Here is the text you requested, with all the timestamps removed. If the US really wants to solve the problem through dialogue and negotiation, it should correct its mistakes and stop threatening and blackmailing. It is not the right way to deal with China, to reach an agreement with China while constantly putting pressure on it. Trump actually asked China to make a substantial concession, but it hit the nail again. On April 25th, the US President Donald Trump declared to reporters on the Air Force One, unless China makes a substantial concession, it will not cancel tariffs on China. For a period of time, the US has been releasing signals of chaos and even contradiction. Trump's remarks have quickly attracted high attention from China and the United States and even the global market. It has also aroused widespread discussion in the public opinion. In response to Trump's latest remarks, China's embassy in the United States said on the night of the 25th that China and the United States have not negotiated on tariffs, let alone reached an agreement. If the US really wants to solve the problem through dialogue and negotiation, it should correct its mistakes and stop threatening and blackmailing. It should completely cancel all the tariffs on China. It is not the right way to deal with China, and it will not work. Trump's remarks still continue his blackmailing tactics. In fact, his equivalent tariff measures not only did not bring the expected economic benefits of Trump's government, but also brought huge additional burden to American companies and consumers and damaged the stability of the global supply chain. To be frank, from a certain extent, negotiation itself is an art of compromise. If the US can make a compromise on the basis of fair and reasonable mutual respect, China can also make some minor adjustments on the basis of sovereignty and core interests. However, if Trump unilaterally requires China to make a substantial compromise, that is, to force China to reestablish a non-equal treaty, that is equivalent to letting China go back to more than 100 years ago. Didn't China struggle and fight in vain for generations? China, which has grown up, will never yield to the US. What is more, if China really makes a compromise, will Trump be able to keep his promise? Trump's tactics are already well known. He said it would take 24 hours to solve the conflict between Russia and China. Now, he said it was a joke. He said that China-US relations have already been negotiated on the issue of tariffs, and that there is no such thing as a conflict between China and the US. Diplomacy has no details, but Trump's words and actions are really unbelievable. The Chinese consulate in the United States also urged the US to recognize the situation and abandon the old way of doing things and return to the right track of cooperation and win-win. It also said that China is willing to work with the US to promote the establishment of more open, fair, and transparent international trade rules, to promote global economic growth with practical actions, and to contribute to the stability and prosperity of the world. It can be said that Trump's unbridled ambition touched a nail in front of China again. If Trump does not touch the South Wall and does not look back, then he will have to touch a few more nails and his head will bleed. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.